What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode in our series on all of the Long Dark challenges as we wait for storyline mode to come up at the end of the month. I don't know, if I got out of a rough week, not in a super great mood, you know what I mean? But for some reason, I always feel better when I'm playing Long Dark. So that's what we're going to do today. This game, I don't know. I have no idea what to call this game. This game is kind of my centering game, I guess. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I play this game, and I just feel better. So I figured I'd invite you all along. Let's step on in and see what challenges remain. We're going to do a new challenge down here. We're going to create that. I don't really feel like doing Hopeless Rescue. Nomad's not that difficult, though. 3 days each in 15 specific locations across the game world. Yeah, we could possibly do that. I mean, Hopeless Rescue, the thing with Hopeless Rescue is that we will beat Hopeless Rescue in like 6 episodes. It's not actually going to be that difficult. It should be pretty simple. So we need the pistol from the summit of Timberwolf Mountain. Then we need to fire it from the top of Desolation Point. We'll do Hopeless Rescue. Sure, that sounds all right. I'm trying to get all the medals right now. We'll take the lady, and then we'll get started. A little load screen away, and we'll be in the game having fun. All right, so we start out in the Hunter's Lodge, or the Trapper's Cabin. I always call it the Hunter's Lodge for some reason. I think the gear is mostly standardized, although I couldn't tell you for sure. Oh, we've got a can opener. That's good. Little MRE on in over here. Oh, little antiseptic. Okay, we're off to a good start. Things are looking solid. Do we have a knife laying around? Yeah, there's a knife right there. Typically, there's a knife when you start out in this challenge. Haven't done it before, but I've started it before. It's just one of those challenges that I never get around to finishing, and so putting it up on the channel is a great way to force it to happen. So it looks like the stuff in the containers is non-standard, but the stuff that's on the tables and whatnot is pretty standard. I'm not going to take the snare with me. Not going to take the tools with me. They don't matter. Lantern fuel is good. I'll take lantern fuel. A moldy chocolate bar. It's like chocolate when it's got like that white crust all over it. You know, like when the chocolate's been on the shelf too long. Like I got some chocolate at Disneyland that was like that one time. Got some chocolate at Disneyland, and I was like, I don't even know how long this has been on the shelf because I got it back home and I opened it up and it was like a little, I don't know, it was like a little Mickey Mouse shaped thing, and the chocolates were in the shape of like footballs and like baseballs and stuff like that. And so I busted that open, and all the chocolate inside of it had like a thin white crust over the top of it, and I was like, well, guess I'm not eating that. Na, 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 na. My wife's in the living room right now just being like, don't talk shit about Mickey. Disneyland, we should go. I can't sing Disney songs, otherwise we got to go to Disneyland. It's a problem that we have. It's a problem. So I've got a ragged hoodie. I could put on a decent sweatshirt. And then I've got 2 of the decent sweatshirts, so I could technically put on both of them. That will make us a little bit more windproof. But as of right now, our clothing is actually a tad rough. We don't have a lot of good stuff. Let's hope that there's like a parka or something inside of here. So the first one is like 7. Right? 6. Okay. Oh my god, we got one of the easy ones. All right. There it is. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get one that's like 5, 10, 11. Other times they'll mess with you and it'll be like 5, 10, 60. And you're like, damn it!
This'll come in handy.
Goody, a flare and some drugs that I can inject into my eye socket. That'll be fun, just in case we take this shit too far. Alright, well, let's head on out. I mean, there's no reason to stay here. We've already picked through the place. I don't think we need to hold on to anything. Jeebus, it's cold. And not just like kind of cold. Really cold. Let's make our way off and over to this side. We are going to want to make good time because it's so cold out. We aren't going to want to mess around a whole lot. We're going to want to grab the things we want to grab. Make sure that if there's anything around that's useful, sure, I will take the fir firewood. Because at some point, we're going to have to melt down for water anyway, so I probably should have brought the stuff that was inside with me, too. Let's make our way down this way to whatever's last stand or whatever his name is. I always forget his name. It's over here somewhere. Unless it's not. Maybe it's that tree right there, but maybe it turns the corner. I don't know. I don't play this game a lot anymore. I played this game a ton when it first came out. I was really, really, really into it. You might notice we only have 7 days to get this done. So we're kind of we want to be hype about it. Like, we want to move quickly because it's actually a pretty daunting task to go in between here all the way up to Timberwolf Mountain, then all the way back. You wouldn't think it's that bad, but it is actually that bad. And depending on weather, you can just have bad luck in this challenge. 100%. You can just get stuck in blizzards over and over and over again and wind up not making it because of that. And so in general, you don't want to stay in any one place for too long. You don't want to scavenge from any one location too hard. Instead, you want to hit the really, really good places that have a ton of loot and just keep going. So for example, I would go to the trapper's cabin. I would go to the ski lodge. I would go to the train. From the train, I would then go out to the dam. Through the dam, I would go into Pleasant Valley. I would loot the farmhouse. From the farmhouse, I would climb up the thing, get up to the wall to the top of Timberwolf Mountain, and then you're ready to head back. But you really want to do this like the fastest way possible. You don't want to mess around with this too much because it's easy to get behind. I've done this a couple times, and it's actually pretty common that you're like, oh my god! I have 4 days left, and I'm still on the first map. And then you're sitting there making like 30 cups of coffee, just drinking them over and over and over again so that you can sprint across the entire map. And it's just like, you can avoid that pretty... Oh my god, wild deer is trying to murder me. Where was it? I heard him. He was trying to get me. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust no deer like that. Deer are rowdy-ass creatures, and they don't deserve our mercy. They deserve our buckshot. There he is right there, running off into the distance. I hate that shit. People are always like, oh, look, a deer. He's so beautiful. Like, no, he's not. He's absolutely not a beautiful animal. He's eating my rose bushes. All up in my backyard, scaring my dog, messing around, acting all rowdy, kicking down the fence on accident because they're too dumb to go underneath it. Like, damn. Stop. Deer, why you gotta ruin my life like this? See, I grew up, well, I didn't grow up. I grew up in the city, but then when I was like 17, my parents moved to a farmhouse. And so deer are the worst. They ruin everything. Oh, what's that? You have an orchard with fruit trees? Guess what? They ate it all. You don't get any fresh fruit today. They'll be standing up on their stupid-ass little hind legs trying to grab it out of the top of the tree. And you'll just be like, damn it! Deer, why? And you'll just sit there just being super hyped at deer, just angry, just mad all day long because deer are dicks. There is some loot over here. It might be pointless to try and get after it, but I'm going to do it anyways. Oh, we got some fleece mittens. 2 fleece mittens. Not bad. Don't spend a lot of time, like, repairing stuff or, like, fixing things. In general, it's a bad play. It's just a waste of time. Like, you'll scavenge something better anyways down the line. If you're playing a survival mode or whatever, maybe you could go through and scavenge some stuff. But since you're playing on a mode that's mostly you just racing from point A to point B, this is the mode that I would recommend for speedrunners, like people that really want to test themselves at long dark while moving as quickly through the game. This is the challenge. This is the one. And things actually don't typically get real in this challenge until you get up to Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley is when it starts to be just like, game, why you messing with me right now? Why are you trying to ruin my life, game? Why you gotta be like that? If I can get my stamina back up, that'd be great, but we're kind of numb right now. Numba. Numb is one of those annoying words that has like a silent B at the end of it. Or like a silent K or like a silent whatever. Where you're just like, why is that even a thing? Why is it silent? Just make a sound. You know? Ugh, we're gonna have to hype this one out. Let's go! Yeah, we're gonna get hypothermia risk. It was to be expected. Honestly, I don't really care that much about hypothermia. So the medical thing will pop up right here. And so now we're at risk for hypothermia. Shouldn't be too bad. It's because I messed around with the train. I could have made it over here if I wasn't messing around with the train. And frankly, it wasn't even worth it. The train wasn't even worth it. Grab a stick or two since we're already, like, dying of the cold. What does it matter? We don't have an axe yet, so we're not going to be that good at chopping the wood just yet. But we need a little bit of firewood so that we can actually boil off some water real fast. If we boil off some water... Yeah, I think when that gets up to like 25%, that's when you got to rest inside for like 2 days before it goes away. We really don't want that to happen right now. We would prefer for that not to be a thing. Alright, so inside we are. It's warm enough to where our meter should start ticking upwards. I don't think we're going to go fishing anytime soon. In fact, a lot of this stuff I'm probably just going to leave on the cabin floor. But that's not going to stop me from gathering it all up and being like, hey, we have this, we have this. Oh, a down vest, yeah. Sure. Down for whatever. Down vests are good. It's worn, but I mean, it'll give us a little bit of something to work. We got decent, we got ragged. Take those decent ones. There you go. And mostly we're not going to be stopping off for much. Hey, a free lantern. Very nice. Got a whetstone. Never going to need that in this playthrough. Not going to need the magnifying lens either. Let's just stay a-grinding here. Sardines, tomato soup, granola bar. We're not looking too hungry just yet. Another can opener. I'll probably ditch that on the ground somewhere. Jerry can full of fuel because we are going to need that for the lantern. We will be going through a lot of caverns, caves, stuff like that to make it from point A to point B.
Okay.
All right, looks good. No afflictions. Good. That means the hypothermia risk went away quick. With the Summit sodas, I would drink those right now. That'll help keep us away from dehydration, and it'll also... Go ahead and eat the beans, too. We'll get that started. I don't think we're going to need the rifle. I would be really surprised if we needed the rifle. I'm sorry, the rifle cleaning kit. I'll put it like that. I don't think that that's going to be important. If we could find a gun, though, that would be great. Guns and clothing are all that we want for right now so that we can defend ourselves while we're running around. Decent toque. Trail boots, which are much, much better than we have going on right now. Ah, they're ragged. Okay, get rid of them. Not going to be helpful. We'll put on a decent wool toque now, so we're a little bit warmer. We're still not blizzard-proof, though. That's the downshot, is at the moment we're shitty weather-proof, kind of. Well, actually, that's a lie. No, we're not. I'll put on the new jeans. That'll help out a little bit. We got decent jeans right there. We have no clothing of that type. Okay, we got 2 pairs of jeans on. We got some socks on. I mean, we're not... This is a pretty... So we got 2 sweatshirts on, a down vest. We've got 3 pairs of... We got long johns, 2 pairs of pants, gloves, a hat, some running shoes. Those running shoes are going to get cold real quick. Oh, a bedroll. Did I start with a bedroll? I did not. So the bedroll is coming with me. Painkillers are good because they make it so that if we get ourselves into trouble... Go ahead and break down some of these crates. We got to get our warmth back up. It's only 15 minutes anyways, so we need the extra wood so that we can boil off some water. Not gonna have a choice there. I'd prefer it if we spent tonight inside the dam. That would be the easiest way to do it. We would have to deal with Fluffy, which sucks. Like, I don't want to deal with Fluffy today. But, does that have like little whales on it, or like fish, or what the hell are those? Okay. Let me see what I can get rid of right now to conserve weight, because that's going to be the other problem in this game mode, is that you're going to find yourself really overburdened by about halfway through it, and you're not going to feel good about it, because you have to pick through and figure out what it is you want to have, what it is you want to drop. Not going to bring those with me. If I have to use one of those, I'm basically dead anyways. Drop the gloves, not going to need them. Drop the hoodie, not going to need it. So that got our weight down by about 1.5. Not too bad. We've got a whole bunch of lantern oil, which is great. You know, I think we've got enough sodas to make it for right now, yeah. What I would recommend is let's wait for like 2 hours. That'll allow us to get our cold back up enough to where we can make a run for the dam. Then we'll go out this way. We're going to follow straight down the train tracks. We're not going to hit any of the extra stuff, because that's pointless in this playthrough. You don't want to do that. There's no reason to do so. It's only -6, so we should be alright. We've got the bedroll. We've got all the things that we need in order to make this all work. So, why stay in the same spot? Let's hustle. Let's hustle just to have it. We're not overweight, so that's going to be another bonus part. And in fact, we're pretty far under our weight. We're only carrying like 20 kilos right now. I'm going to let that do its thing. We might be tired by the time we get over there. We'll be pretty close anyways, but we should be able to catch a nap. And if we got to fight Fluffy, we got to fight Fluffy. I'll take that as like a down shot for me trying to rush this right now. I would not hit any extra stuff, though. Like, I wouldn't go up to the ranger's station. I wouldn't go out to the logging cabins. I wouldn't go out to any of the places across the lake. Yes, you might get an axe, you might get a knife, you might get some other things out there. It's pointless. Don't. You're just wasting time. You're going to end up spending the night here, and then you're already behind by like 5 or 6 hours. So don't spend the night in this zone if you can help it. Be inside the dam by the end of the night. Make it happen, Captain. And it should work out okay. Hopefully there's no wolves on the trail over here while we're trying to make our way back over to the dam. We don't really have any defensible options at the moment. Would be the reason why I partially dread that and don't want it to happen. Step up on the log here. Oh, there's a pry bar right there. Pry bar is helpful. We'll need that before we go to the dam for sure. Come on, pal. What you got for me?
This stuff will come in handy.
Tinder plug, a fishing tackle. All right. Well, it's workable. Be better for survival mode like sandbox mode, but I'll take it for right now. Pry bar is great, though, because we're going to go into the dam, and the dam has tons of locked lockers. And so being able to get my stupid ass into those things. Simple tools. Dead critter. Nothing on the dead guy. Couple of flares. May or may not need them. I'm going to take them just in case. But it looks like we got a blizzard coming in. Luckily, it's pointing in a direction that isn't too upsetting, actually. It's in a direction that goes with us, and so we should be able to get there a little bit quicker. Almost at the woodcut. Our tired is at -2. Yeah, I think we'll make the dam before it falls apart. Our cold's not that bad either, and our dry mouth will work for right now, so I think we're in solid shape. My recommendation would be that we really, really try to focus on getting some water as soon as possible, though. Having, like, I don't think you'll need more than 5 kiloliters. Kiloliters. God, I almost said, I was thinking kilometers for some reason. You're not going to need more than, that would be a lot of water. That would be a shit ton of water. But I don't think you're going to need more than, like, 5 liters of water for, like, this entire challenge. If you do, it would be surprising, because I've made it all the way to Timberwolf before with, like, 3 liters left when I boiled off 5 here. And that was just draining toilets and stuff along the way, too. Like, the toilets that are up. And, you know, I never noticed, but the ski lodge doesn't have a bathroom. Maybe they just shit outside, possibly? Little gnarly, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. You gots to do what you gots to do, and when you gots to do it. Getting a little cold, getting a little tired. My wife is watching Chicago in the other room. They're playing all kinds of songs. That's not from Chicago. That's a different song. But at the same time, all music from that time period sounds the same. I firmly believe it all sounds the same. It's all just got like a bump, 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 bass line. Bump, 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 bump. It all just kind of sounds the same to me. And then you've got like somebody on a clarinet that's like every single time. Every time. I don't know how you distinguish any of the musicians from back then. All sounds the same to me. Probably an ignorant statement. That's fine. You can call me an ignoramus. I don't mind. I'll be an ignoramus. How much must it suck to be both named Amos and also ignorant? Like, if you are both, that must really, really suck. It's just, you know, you're so ignorant that they named a thing after you. That's a bummer. It would bum me out. I'd feel bad about it. Let's go inside. We'll get our warmth taken care of while we pry open some lockers. I'm going to pick up some sticks so that in a little bit we can boil off some water. With the fur, we should have about 3 hours of fire. Yeah, 3 hours looks about right. And with 3 hours, we should absolutely be able to get 5 liters done for the future trip. Not going to start the fire yet, though, because we're a little bit drained at the moment. In we go to the dam. Not bad at all. Now, I've got to put my headphones on because I know Fluffy's going to be in here somewhere. There we are. I will pick up that jerry can because I know we're going to have to refill our fuel pretty soon anyways. Put the storm lantern right there so we got a little bit of light. Not a lot, mind you, but some. Pry open a few lockers. Let's see if we can get some good equipment. Lock stuff almost always has better loot tables than the other stuff. Nothing on the metal shelf. If we could find ourselves a gun, that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Sometimes there's one down where Fluffy's at. Listen for the howls, by the way. You never know. Sometimes Fluffy's here, sometimes Fluffy's not. I've learned not to depend on it too much. What I'm hoping for here is actually some decent boots. This area is great for... Ooh, a Mackinac jacket. I have one of those. Yep. Got yourself a lumberjack. Mine's not very warm, though. That's the only... Yeah, Fluffy's here. So we'll have to deal with that fun... Oh, a decent military coat. Good. Yeah, a couple of options in here. And some ragged insulated boots, which are probably better than what we've got anyways. Alright, so Fluffy's inside of here. Let's grab the lantern. We are going to want to run Fluffy off with a flare if we can. And if there's a gun down below, we want to run them off with a flare until we get the gun, and then we just unleash the click-clack on that sumbitch. Sports vest. I'm going to go through all this clothing in just a minute because I don't know what's going to be best and what's going to be this, that, and the other. Keep an eye out for bullets on the ground like those right there. 5 more rounds. Never hurts to have like 20 bullets before you go out on a little adventure like this. Don't need a fire striker. We should be solid there. Water purification tablets might work out. Sport vest. I'll take it just in case, because I'm going to be comparing and kind of trying stuff out in just a minute. Pinnacle peaches. A rifle cartridge. Let's go through all the file cabinets. We are going to scour this entire place before we leave, because we have time to do so, so why wouldn't we? I almost never find anything inside these file cabinets. Sometimes, oh, we got lucky. We found more than I usually do, so that's good. Couple of sody pops. Yeah, I'll take it all. I will take it all. Not really going to worry about using up all my lantern fuel or anything like that, because honestly, we've got so much of it at this point that why would you worry about it? Ooh, orange soda. I love you, I do. Ooh, alright, so outer, we got the Mackinac jacket. I would put on the winter coat. That's what looks better to me. And then the Mackinac jacket seems like the kind of thing that would be good for like the middle layer, so that we're up to like 8 degrees Celsius now, which is really, really good. I will wear that. If I have extra time tonight, I will go ahead and attempt to repair some of our stuff. I have better boots right there too, so I'm just going to wear those. Our sprint has been affected, however. Sprint has been affected because we're wearing too much heavy gear, unfortunately. Alright, so having gone through the majority of the craptastic shit that's in this area, got a couple good things. The military coat I'd be happy about if I was playing sandbox mode. Some cloth, nothing inside the drawer, alright. Flare right there that we're probably going to need. Another accelerant, which I know we're probably going to need. We're a little bit drained right now, but I think I got time to try and open this thing on up. Here comes Fluffy. Well, unless Fluffy was down below. Also possible. I'm gonna hit Fluffy with a brick, though, if Fluffy tries to get live with me. Wow. 59. Ooh, 59, 58. They got me. Man. Alright, so all the way back around. There it is. Let's see what we got. A decent fleece cowl. And a rifle cartridge and some more boots. Okay, those are better than what we got going on, so we might as well put the other ones on. Oh, these ones are... There we go. Much better. Now then, I would drop these shoes. There's no reason to carry around a whole bunch of heavy gear with us that we're not going to be utilizing. Wear that instead, so we're looking pretty solid right now. I'm going to ditch that one. I would ditch some sport vests too, just to get some weight off of our back. Good. So with a big old pile of clothes on the ground, we're sitting at 22. Oh, we're sitting at 30.1, so we're right on the edge. Alright, well, give me the storm lantern. I think our lantern's going out too. Lantern, this little light of mine. There we go. So we got to refuel that thing. Yeah, I was going to say, we're not going to have any problems with lantern fuel going in. Let me go ahead and turn that off. I'm going to get a flare out now. Just in case Fluffy decides to be a pain. Fluffy. Actually, I don't think Fluffy runs from I don't think Fluffy runs from flares. I might be wrong there. So with our medical issues, go ahead and treat that real fast. Blood loss. Treat that. We'll go through, and that's why I keep the medical stuff with me first. Just in case. So we'll lower our infection risk right there. Pick the flare back up because we need the light. A little bit tired, and that probably messed our clothes up slightly too, which is a bummer. Bullet over here. If you're looking for something that'll put Fluffy away. I think the rifle is over here. I think. And once we have the rifle, I'm not going to carry around flares anymore because I can just buck a bastard if I need to. Ah, I was correct. So there it is. A 97% hunting rifle. Oh, I'm not loaded. Alright, well that's one less problem we have to worry about. Fluffy should also bleed to death before we go too much further. It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, the pack should be getting heavy. You've been awake now for a while. Also, sprinting through the snow is not great for the stamina. But we're out of time for right now. Having pistol whipped Fluffy into submission, I will see you all in the next episode of The Long Dark. This is our Hopeless Rescue Challenge. So far, we've made really good progress. I'm happy with where we're at right now. I normally hope that I'm right around here somewhere, so we have exceeded that expectation. Ooh, free hatchet. Cool. Some painkillers over here. This guy just died from opioid abuse. That's the real problem. The snow didn't kill him. He just had addiction issues. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for stopping in. Bye, everybody.